want to take a guess? What country has the most expensive prescription drugs in the world?
We do.
China.
No. Nehemiah had it.
Oh.
The United States.
Yeah. United States. We're number one. Most expensive prescription drugs in the world.
I told you because we greedy.
Now, Britain, it's $10 for any prescription drug. Doesn't matter what it is. That's 6.5 pounds. If you can't afford that, it's $0. Doesn't matter what the drug is. It could be a cancer drug. It could be a coronavirus drug. It doesn't matter. Every drug is 6.5 pounds or $10, and $0 if you can't afford it. Here, you could be paying literally $1,000, $3,000, $4,000 for one drug. Some of them even one dose. People, they don't go. There's people every day that go without their prescription because it's too expensive, or they'll have the pill, because they want to stretch it out because they can't afford it.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Now, there was about 50 million people with no health insurance. Obamacare brought it down to like 20-something million. So it's still, a lot of people weren't insured, but at least it brought it down.
At least some of them, got some help.
Certainly better than nothing, that's for sure. But it remains, a lot of people are uninsured or underinsured, and again, I don't have an accurate count right now because I think it's over 50 million now because so many people lost their health insurance from their job, their employer recently. So God only knows how many people are uninsured right now. But there are a lot of people uninsured and underinsured. So their insurance doesn't pay very much, so they're going to owe lots of money.
My insurance pays for everything.
That's good insurance. You're one of the fortunate. But a lot of people, their insurance doesn't pay everything. The United States spends more on health care than any other country. We spend over $10,000 per person a year.
Jesus.
We spend about $4 trillion right now. About 18 cents of every dollar that's spent in this country is on health care. That's more than any other country. With 31st in life expectancy, 30,000 people, they estimate, die every year because they didn't get health care. Now, what do I mean by that? There are a lot of people that will not go to the doctor because they know if they go to the doctor, it's going to cost them a lot of money. So they delay, and then their medical problem becomes worse and worse, and then they can't help them at a certain point, a certain stage.
I read a story about a boy who his mom had health problems. Like she kept on coughing up blood. She had a cancer in her lungs, and her insurance wasn't paying for it because she had a rare type of cancer, and they kept on denying her to save money. And he went and he went to the schools that all the rich kids attended, and he kidnapped the kids just to get his mom health insurance to get approved.
Oh yeah, I know which movie she's talking about. I seen that. He held the kids hostage until he got what he wanted for his mom. I remember that.
I don't approve of them, taking hostage, but I can certainly see why he did it. It's just crazy that like kind of did some crazy thing to get attention. But I don't approve of them taking anybody hostage, of course. But just how screwed up things are. And here that person that was coughing up blood, that had the lung cancer, they probably had other symptoms before and probably didn't go to the doctor because, they didn't have insurance or just...
Insurance doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, take the thing. So, and then here the insurance company denying her she has cancer?
Yeah.
That's sad. There's so many horror stories. Here's another horror story. This guy named Kyle Willis, got a toothache. Now, he doesn't have medical insurance. He's in a lot of pain. He needs a tooth pulled. We couldn't find a dentist to do it. And because he doesn't have the money to pay for it out of pocket. So he's just doesn't know what to do. He's in such agony. Now, dental pain is like the worst pain ever, I hear. I've been fortunate not to have it. But he has such incredibly horrible pain, he doesn't know what to do. He goes to the emergency room. The emergency room has to take you. They cannot deny you. They have to take you, but they're going to give you one big bill. But at this point, he doesn't even care. He goes there, they give him a painkiller, and they give him antibiotics to kill the infection. He can't afford the antibiotics. The infection spreads to his brain. His brain ends up swelling. He ends up dying.
Damn.
That guy should never have ever, this has never happened to this guy. Or anybody. And in fact, nobody should ever get dental pain. Because dentistry is about prevention. That's why they do x-rays. That's why they go to cleanings and so forth. To prevent you from getting pain. But I know a lot of people, including people at this school, they have dental pain. And it's because they don't have dental insurance or what have you. And so they have to go through pain. What this poor guy went through would never happen in Japan, in Canada, in Germany, in Britain, France, you name the country, similar to us. But here, somebody has to die from a toothache. Totally unnecessary. Beyond that unnecessary. This is just, there's not word to say how sad this is. Any thoughts here? Questions about this?
No questions.
Here's the story. I'll play the little video on it.
Boy, this is a bizarre story tonight. A 24-year-old father dies after a toothache. Tonight, his family is telling us there's a tragic lesson in this story. They're talking to Stephanie Stone, and she's live at University Hospital tonight with the story. Steph?
Still have.
Doctors here at University Hospital say it's rare, and even they are shocked by what happened to Kyle Willis. It was a problem he ignored for 2 weeks, but no one ever thought that problem would kill him. Like, what are you saying to me? Patty Collins, who you may recognize as Bootsy Collins' wife, is holding her nephew's 6-year-old little girl and talking about her reaction when a relative told her what happened to 24-year-old Kyle Willis. No one could believe the young father and aspiring paralegal died from what started as a toothache. I said, what do you mean they're calling the family? She said, Mom, the infection that he had in his tooth has gone to his brain. Kyle's wisdom tooth started hurting 2 weeks ago. It needed to be pulled, but Kyle was a single father, out of work, and out of health insurance. He hoped the problem would just go away, but then he started getting headaches and his face began to swell, so he went to the ER. They gave him antibiotic and pain medicine, but he couldn't afford to pay for the antibiotic, so he chose to do the pain medicine. And that was not what he needed. Doctors told family the pain had stopped, but the infection kept spreading. It eventually attacked his brain and caused it to swell, leaving his family devastated and little Kylie without a father. Patty says they want to make sure this never happens to anyone else. He should have gone to the dentist, should have taken care of the toothache, and this wouldn't have gone to this, it wouldn't have escalated to this. So it's a lesson learned by all.
I don't think it's a lesson learned because it still goes on. This was from 9 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you want to damn. Yeah, but any questions, thoughts about this?
No questions.
It's so sad that that people have to go through that just in order to get recognized.
Yeah. Really sad. Infant mortality. Anybody know what infant mortality is?
No.
No. That's the chances of a baby dying in the first year of life.
Oh,
We're 30th in the world. Cuba, of all places.
wow.
And Cuba even has a higher life expectancy than the U.S. A poor country run by a dictator, by one person. So, obviously our statistics are not very good. We're the only country in the industrialized world. Oh, by the way, I'd much rather be here than in Cuba when it comes to healthcare, because we have much better technology and so forth. But for Cuba, for being a poor country, doesn't do as bad a job as you might think when it comes to healthcare. They do provide healthcare for all its citizens, and they do live longer than we do. They provide dental care as well. But I'd much, again, rather be here. We're the only country in the industrialized world where you could go bankrupt because you got sick. Number one reason why people file bankruptcy is because of healthcare bills. In this hour, 150 people will file bankruptcy because of medical bills. 140 of them have insurance. So even if you have insurance, that doesn't mean you're protected.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Good insurance will pay maybe 80%. Shanice got great insurance covering everything. But good insurance, maybe pays 80%. You still owe 20%. Somebody gets cancer, you get $1 million bill. You owe $200,000. I don't know too many people know $200,000 right now. Here's the bill. Let me write out a check for $200,000.
Oh, man.
42% of people who are diagnosed with cancer spend all their life savings. So you get cancer. Not only you have to deal with that, you got to deal with possibly living under a bridge, losing all your money, losing your house. Next week we'll see at least part of a video, and you'll see this couple. They both had good jobs. He had really good health insurance. He has heart attacks. She has cancer. They end up losing their house and they have to move in with their daughter.
Oh.
Would it happen in Japan, Canada, Sweden, Switzerland, any country that's similar to us would not happen. United States, that's a daily occurrence.
Damn.
Over 500,000 people go bankrupt because of unpaid medical bills. Number of people go bankrupt every year because of medical bills. Well, that says it all, doesn't it?
Yeah.
643,000. So not only you have to deal with your medical crisis, you got to deal with how you gonna pay for it. The other countries, they go, hey, we're all in this together. We need to help each other. Here in the United States, you're on your own. Good luck.
Wow.
Anybody shocked by this? Not shocked? What's your reaction?
I don't really know what to think of it, really.
I'm not surprised because other countries, they even though they might not have as much freedom as we do, their dictators or their whatever, they actually, try to make sure that their citizens and stuff are okay.
All those countries, by the way, are free countries, so they're not dictatorships, and they do have freedom there. All those other
Britain has kings and queens.
but they're not. They have no power. They're there as head of state. They're head of the country, but they're not. They have no power at all. They have the ceremonies. So they have elected parliament and elected prime minister through the parliament.
Okay, I have the prime minister.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that once the government. But all those are free countries. Travis, what's your reaction to all this? Are you surprised by it? Not surprised? Or all these statistics? America and its healthcare, bankruptcies, people dying because they didn't get healthcare. Travis, what's your reaction? Are you surprised by it at all? Not surprised? Travis, just hit your mute button. It'll unmute you. Travis, you there? stays come with big bills, way more than other countries. You go to a hospital here. The average cost of a hospital stay is $5,220 a day.
Oh man.
That's quite a hotel there, huh?
Yeah.
And a lot of people.
An expensive hotel.
An expensive hotel, yeah. Let me tell you, a lot of people. It's a lot more. It's a lot more expensive. That's the average cost. Oh, you got a message here. Travis is. I don't know what happened. I unmuted, but it's not working. Okay, Travis, we got you. Yeah, were you surprised by some of the with some of those statistics? That's what I was asking. You can just type your answer there.
When I went to the hospital to have my baby, a lady next door to me didn't have health insurance, and they still let her stay and have the baby.
Yeah, they'll let you have the baby and so forth, but they're gonna give her a big bill, and hopefully they'll figure out a way that you can get help with that. But
so if you don't pay the bill, then you can't leave the hospital or something like that.
You can leave the hospital, but they're gonna bill collectors right after you, and they'll ruin your credit. It'll be a financial nightmare for you.
Yeah, because having the baby at the hospital like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, it can be very expensive. Yeah, very expensive, and hopefully if it's just a couple. That's why they used to send people standard 3 to 5 days. That was standard. Now they want you out like the next. Okay, just have the baby. Okay, okay, let's go. It'll be time to leave.
They want you out the next day.
Yeah, they want you out, kick you out there. But really, you should stay until make sure everything's okay with you and the baby. But you could be a baby if they're born premature, or they could be in there. There could be millions of dollars of bills. Yeah.
I'm glad that my son was healthy.
Great news. Great news. $795 in Australia, and here in America, it's way more. That's crazy. 20% of Americans have medical debt on their credit reports, so it makes it hard to get loans and so forth. 1.7 million medical bankruptcies. Insurance doesn't prohibit medical debt. Here's your bill. If I got a bill like this, I'd probably pass out. $133,000, $721,878. Here's your bill. Your insurance paid 50 something, then 2,000 deductible. You got to pay whatever. Your patient pay me, pay 1,500. You owe 76,117.96.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I would be. Yeah.
I would pass out.
I would pass out too. I've been pretty lucky, and I was in the hospital one time, and I guess twice. I guess the other time was when I was born. But when I was 17, I was in the hospital, and in 1980, and I had pneumonia, and I was just so bad. I was there for 10 days. I don't know what the bill was, because my parents, I guess they handled it, and it wasn't as expensive in 1980 as it is today. But I can't imagine even today the bill would be so high, even with insurance. My mom, she was in the hospital for 2 months a couple of years ago, and she had Medicare, and she had a supplement, so she had it all paid for. Thank God for that, because if not, she probably would have $1 million, if not more. So, it's crazy. Dental expenses can trigger medical debt as well. 57% of households with medical debt from out-of-pocket expenses. It can be very expensive to get work done in your teeth.
Yeah, braces cost $5,000.
Oh, yeah, easily. It's not more expensive. Some people have resorted to do-it-yourself. They will be their do-it-yourself doctor. In fact, in the video I want to show you, And again, we may not watch the whole thing, but watch some of it, especially when they go to other countries, because it's very interesting, man. And the other countries are not perfect. Don't get me wrong, but you know, a lot of people they have better outcomes than we do. They live longer than we do, lower infant mortality rate than we have. But do it yourself. So this one guy, he gives himself stitches in the movie. He's giving himself stitches because he doesn't have health insurance, and he's got this severe cut. Don't give yourself stitches. You know, you could get a nasty infection. But people have done do-it-yourself. In fact, they found 40% of Americans between 18 and 64 relied on do-it-yourself approach to healthcare instead of a doctor's visit. That's like almost half of Americans. That's crazy. A lot of times people do a lot more harm than good. People aren't filling their prescriptions, they find. 33% of Americans who have medical debt is delayed filling prescription are never filled because of the cost. So they half the pill. Many people cut back on food to pay medical debt. 70% of Americans say they have cut back on food, clothing, or other essential items, household items to pay their medical debts. And God only knows what's going on right now with the pandemic and what people are cutting back on. And you know that people haven't been going to the doctor as much for a variety of reasons. So that's not good. Any thoughts here? Questions about this?
No.
90% of Americans believe that the system is, no questions, Travis. No, 90% of Americans believe the healthcare system is screwed up and needs to be completely rebuilt. That's an extremely high number, and wonder where the 100% is, because people complain about the medical system all the time. 66% of Americans believe there should be healthcare for everybody. I even heard it as high as even over 70%. The World Health Organization, they conducted a survey looking at quality of healthcare around the world of 190 countries. The U.S. ranked number 37. So you're probably thinking, that's not bad, 37 out of 190. But half the world is on less than $2 a day. So that's not good. But what they found is the United States had the best technology, had some of the best doctors and hospitals in the world. But most people didn't have access to it. So what's the good of it?
True.
You know, so a lot of people didn't have access to this great technology. France was number one. France spends 9 cents of every dollar on healthcare. We spend 18. And the reason why France was number one, they even have what we call a house call. Anybody know what a house call is or heard of it?
No, I don't know.
No? A house call?
Well, I think you said it the other day. I forgot. I don't know.
No? Travis, I know if you heard of a house call, you can just type in if you've heard of it. Shanice, have you heard of it? A house call, Shanice? Shanice, you're mute. Shanice?
I'm sorry. I was trying to do the thing.
Have you heard of a house call?
No, I have not heard of the house call.
A house call is when the doctor comes to your house. Now, obviously, you didn't probably heard of a house call because it's never happened before. It actually used to happen when I was a little kid. It used to happen. Like, when I get sick, my mother would call the doctor would come, a few hours later. But in France, 24/7, 365 days a year, you can get a house call.
Trust.
Okay? That is pretty amazing. They get house calls every day to your any hours. You're sick 3 in the morning, you're throwing up, You don't feel well, you call the doctor, they'll be there within an hour to treat you.
Oh man. Oh yeah, you said that.
That's why they're number one. You know what the charge
Oh
is
yeah,
for
you
that?
said that the other day. I remember. Yeah.
$0.
Zero. That's right, zero. You'll see that in the movie too. The guy who came up with it. Oh, we lost Travis. The guy who came up with it.
He's rich.
No, he was looking for a plumber because he had a leak. And like I don't know what time it was. It was the middle of the night. He had a leak, and he was able to get a plumber 24/7. They have plumbing emergencies. They'll come over to plug the leak up so it doesn't do damage. So he said to himself, why do we live in a country where you get a plumber 24 hours but you can't get a doctor? So they fought for it and they got it. That everybody gets, a.
Well, we didn't do that over here.
I know. We could do it if we really wanted to.
Because we have freedom of speech and stuff.
Well, we could ask speech. It's never happened.
Motherfucking not in school still.
And we used to have house calls, but they were optional, and they did charge us. Any questions about healthcare at all?
No.
Well, we're going to talk about. We'll talk about a little bit today, just a couple minutes, and then Tuesday, and maybe a little even Wednesday. We're going to talk about the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. That is the newest health care in America. And anybody know about it?
Yeah.
Know about it? What do you know about it, Imma?
I just know about. I don't know. I know of it. I just don't know like all the information like about it. Like.
Don't know the details.
Yeah, the details. I know about it though.
Know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Shanice, have you heard about it? Know about it?
I think I know a little bit about it. I think I know that if you have like pre-existing conditions and stuff, they can't deny you and stuff like that, and they try to help you like lower the costs and stuff.
Very good, very good. Yeah, that is probably the most important thing about Obamacare. It takes people who have pre-existing conditions. Anybody know what a pre-existing condition is?
Like say if like you're like born with asthma, like a heart problem or something.
Exactly. This is a condition you already have. It's chronic. It goes on and on. Insurance companies, they don't want people who are unhealthy. They want healthy people.
All right.
Because if you have healthy people, you're not going to pay out all the time. They don't want people that have had problems, so you're more likely to have problems in the future. So they were able to not deny people left and right health care. With Obamacare, they cannot discriminate anymore. They have to, and there's like over 130 million people that have pre-existing conditions in this country. So they can't deny you because you have pre-existing condition today. So that's a really good thing. Insurance companies they can't deny you because you have a pre-existing condition. They can't place dollar limits on your health care. They used to be like, oh, we'll only pay $200,000 out your max in your lifetime. After that, it's zero. They can't do that anymore. They noticed a lot of young people, especially, didn't have health care, so they allowed people to stay on their parents' health care plan to age 26.
Oh, that's tough.
Mammograms, colonoscopies. Anybody heard of those tests before?
Nope.
I think I heard of colonoscopy. I think it's like for like colon cancer or something like that.
Yes. And mammograms to detect breast cancer, and colonoscopies to detect colon cancer. Colon cancer is an early detection with both breast and colon cancer, and most cancers, is so important. And these are diagnostic procedures where I know colonoscopy, I had great so far. I'm on normally they give it to people years old, every 10 years starting at age 50, but they started me at age 40 because I have a very high history.
You have like genetics in your family.
History of it, yeah. My brother had ulcerative colitis. He had to have his colon removed. My father had colon cancer. An aunt of mine had colon cancer. Another cousin had ulcerative colitis, which isn't cancer, but it's another colon problem. It's all in my family. On my father's side, it's all in his family history. So I haven't had any problem, but the doctor said you need to get a colonoscopy every 5 years. And in fact, I just had one in July. And I went there, what they do, they knock you out. They give you, you don't even know anything happened. And they put this scope in your colon and looking to see everything's okay. And if they find a little polyp, they take it out. And then you won't get the cancer. Now, all polyps don't turn into cancer, but polyps, cancer starts with a polyp. So if they can just make sure that there's no polyps, you'll never get colon cancer. And it's the second most frequent cancer after lung cancer. So it's very preventable. So they will pay for 100% of the cost. And I didn't get any bill for anything for colonoscopy. And that's because of Obamacare. So that's a really good thing, that it pays for these diagnostic procedures.
Yeah.
But anyway, any questions?
No, sir.
With Obamacare, again, we're going to talk about this next time. It's basically, it still keeps insurance companies in place. It allows you to choose the insurance company, and then you choose the insurance company, and then let's say you can't spend the $450 premium, you'll pay $50, and then the government will pay the rest. So it subsidizes you. It's not a single payer system that pays everybody in the same system. It's certainly better than nothing. You're still going to get a bill. You still could go bankrupt, but it's better than nothing. But even Obama will tell you that it's better than nothing. He wishes it was better, but this was the best we were able to get past.
Sure.
So we'll analyze it next time. And Florida has been one of the states where, well, you'll hear about it next time. They've done everything they can to obstruct Obamacare here. We'll take a look at that next time. And that's why not the whole movie, but maybe parts of the movie. And it really shows you some interesting things about healthcare, and especially other countries. That's my favorite part of the video.
All right.
So healthcare will finish up next week, and then the following week we'll talk about the space program and finish up this first unit. All right. Any questions, anybody, about anything today?
Nope.
No.
No. Okay, Nehemiah and Shanice, great job. Have a great weekend. Take care. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
All right. You have a good week.
Okay, have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank the Lord. It's fucking good. Fuck my phone. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this shit. I'm done with this shit. We out. You know this kid. We out. Me out.
Literal fucking bots playing this shit. How'd you match up with G size 3 times in a row? What?
One time I did it by mistake, and the thing once we lost, I was like, I'm ran.
All the things that we've been through.
You're from downtown Miami? Nigga, what the fuck is a downtown Miami, nigga? What the fuck? bad at the game, bro.
What's your jumper juice up?
6'8". I would definitely wager you, nigga. $1,000, nigga. $1,000 on the line, nigga. Right now, matter of fact.
Yeah, what the?
I pressed X, dude. Imagine we're winning. Shit's so fucking light. Finally hit a. You should just sit corner, bro. Like you can't shoot anything else from the corners.
I get like a good shot out of you, nigga. I think a shot is good to the corner.
Am I getting PS5 or Series X? PS5.
Yo, we better hit 10. We better hit 5.4 followers, bro. I have to follow them. I didn't even realize. Maybe.
I ain't lie, like, hold on. Cause like, no funny. I don't think I hit a white, bro. Like, no, like.
Bro, like, what's your field goal percentage? Like you're my player, like. Cause you cost me 3 fucking losses today in the park, bro.
I'll get you. Oh, what you money this year?
Shit's bad, bro. You're not gonna win me no fucking money like that.
Turn me up,
Go. I ain't never ran from a nigga. No, I ain't never. If I did, cut my legs out right now. I ain't never been with the whole talk, snitch talk. Always talking about his fault. Yeah, I'm a stand up nigga. Got my bands up, nigga. You don't wanna see me pissed off. Real talk. Never tell a lie to a bitch, dog. When it come to them, you gotta play it raw. And I never ever let the fuckery get to me. Why not? Niggas ain't worth my. I ain't never ran from a nigga. No, I ain't never. If I did, cut my legs out right now. I ain't never. Go. I ain't never ran from a nigga. No, I ain't never. If I did, cut my legs out right now. I ain't never been with the whole talk, snitch talk. Always talking about his fault. Yeah, I'm a stand up nigga. Got my bands up, nigga. You don't wanna see me pissed off. Real talk. Never tell a lie to a bitch, dog. When it come to them, you gotta play it raw. And I never ever let the fuckery get to me. Why not? Niggas ain't worth my energy. What you have to do? Cut them off, make them feel it. I ain't dealing with nothing if it don't make sense to me. Never ever ever. I never ever go against my kind for some niggas on the other side. Never ever ever. I never ever put a bitch for the money. Gotta get it when it come to mine. Lately I feel like it's me versus me. Don't seek competition. Why would you compete? Don't even gotta be woke. Still gonna be up. I make a bag in my sleep. Can't get the hood out of me. You know why I be. Still posted up like I lease. Trust me, them choppers gon' bang. Cavity teeth. You better not think this shit sweet. If the bitch bad, put a stack in her rack. I'm Dr. Seuss, give me cat in the hat. Booty poke out of her stomach on snatch. Way too pretty to be fucked from the back. Count on some money, then smoke me a plant. This shit got me higher than John Morant. Toxic little bitch and she knowin' she that. I said I was done, still double back. If you a side bitch, you cannot question me. You did some foul shit, you threw a tech at me. Cook it up right, they done gave me the recipe. I'm in a Z06, police ain't catching me. I'm still ducking this bitch that's obsessed with me. Cause I'm the dope like the coke in the 70s. Big body double R truck, I got bold with me. Hogging the lane and they can't get close to me. Big bag, I ain't never ran from a nigga. No, I ain't never. If I did, cut my legs out right now. I ain't never been with the whole talk, snitch talk. Always talking about his fault. Yeah, I'm a stand up nigga. Got my bands up, nigga. You don't wanna see me pissed off. Real talk. Never tell a lie to a bitch, dog. When it come to them, you gotta play it.
Man, tired, they dead flies everywhere. Y'all know that. It's the Kodak, yeah. You play, you late. Ain't no punk in me. Ain't no punk in me, but I be pulling out strap. I'm a dyke, son. Niggas buying, hey. I be pulling out scraps when he fuck niggas. I go young and man on these dumb bitches. Like a dyke, man, you niggas can't fuck with me. If a nigga say it's up, then it's stuck with me. What's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I'm invincible, niggas can't beat me. Hey, what's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I'm invincible, niggas can't beat me. I was in the A5, me and Pot Henry. I been out 6 months, made 4 million. Sliding in the 6-4 window 10. Nigga had to get low, the boy start hitting. Fuck around, hit the low hole with no Jimmy. If a nigga say go, better go kill him. Say the little zone, you cut up with no feelings. Mama watch a little boy turn to a menace. I don't care. I go fair, get a life sentence. I'm on everybody dead, nigga, no limit. I don't shake niggas' hand cause I ain't friendly. When I pull up to the crib, I have no pennies. I be leaning to the right like I'm on Xanax. I been thugging all my life, I ain't romantic. When I whip out the 4-5, don't panic. When I whip out the 4-5, don't panic. I be pulling pulling out scraps when he fuck niggas. I go young and man on these dumb bitches. Like a dyke, man, you niggas can't fuck with me. If a nigga says up, then it's stuck with me. What's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I'm invincible, niggas can't beat me. Hey, what's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I'm invincible, niggas can't beat me. New AP, flood. Water on my butt like a tub. They got my little gun in the club. Don't worry about me, I'm a thug. You kill a street nigga, get a dime. If you kill a rap nigga, get a dub. Big chain on my neck, don't budge. Fucking days look like a stud. I swapped out the mic for the guns.
You running around, drinking liquor, taking pictures cause you miss me. I know you miss me. You running around, drinking liquor, fucking. You running around, drinking liquor, taking pictures cause you miss me. I know you miss me. You running around, drinking liquor, fucking niggas cause you miss me. You just want attention. You can sleep with half the world, bet you still won't forget me. Oh God. You can fall in love, get married, have kids, I still be the realest nigga hit it. Straight up. I was getting some head early and then you crossed my mind. Straight up. I'm as solid as they come, but you crossed the line. Yeah, you been start keeping it real. I can see the signs. When it came to having your back, I'm so real. Probably would've gave my spine. I'd rather have loyalty than love, cause love really don't mean jack. See, love is just a feeling. You can love somebody, still stab them in their back. It don't take much to love. You can love somebody just by being attached. See, loyalty is an action. You can love and hate me and still have my back. I gave you my all. You was my dog. I would've went to war the world on your car. Thought you had my back. You let me fall. You heal my pain. Then you caused it. Now I got a ball without you. Now I got a ball. Now I got a ball without you. Now I got a ball. Now I got.
Codeine crazy. Yeah, pouring bubbly, pouring bubbly, pour that bubbly, pour that bubbly, pour that bubbly. We done went through too much. You hear me? Pour that bubbly, drink that muddy, bro, we covered it. Yeah, I'm covered it. I was thugging it, I was just loving it. That's for the muffin it. That's for the other bitch. That ain't for you, dog. That's for the other niggas. That ain't for you, shop. That's for that other bitch. I'm going crazy about it. I'm going codeine crazy. That's how we living it. Yo, feeling lovely. I'm drinking bubbly. I'm drinking bubbly. Think I might probably just break out the bottle and fuck on the model, yeah. Out of my this now the carnival, this is a Royal Cartier. Don Perignon, I get down from a grown, I can shuffle around. I pull up with my rounds, I pull up out of town. I could rep the town with them girls and them pounds. I grew up on the grounds with them pillars of hounds. We order more bottles and fuck on more models and pass them around. I say everything triple time. Roll it AP, you blow triple time. I just know the ones to call upon. I just had to pay my dog a bond. Looking at me like a triple threat. Every time a nigga top a check, smoke the cushion like a cigarette. Run it back to him and internet.
Celebrate like a championship. Celebrate like a championship. Celebrate like a championship. Celebrate like a championship. I told you.
Don't tell me you sell the bin to the moolah. I just went rip the ruler with the jeweler. I just went sell the paying like a gooner. I been diving niggas straight out the sewer. Like a loaded chopper, I'm about to shoot it. I'm so fucking sick and tired of these rumors. I just dive inside a cutie with spooner. Take it back and take a look at yourself. Take the
admit that I was wrong. Should've never, ever left you alone. My number ain't changed, girl, call my phone.
Don't say that shit, that's the same song. Yeah, we both travel, they not the same, no. Inside the coupe, white like mayo.
Might draw my top just to let the brain go.
But you left me alone, no. Gotta show my top when I feel alone.
Patient, she was faking, I was waiting.
Stuck around, then the money came in.
I know you hate it, you niggas hate it. It's hard to say it, stuck in amazement. I don't want no conversation.
Pull up in a spaceship, not a.
Oh no. Gotta show my top when I feel alone. Yeah, that was my baby, but you left me alone.
I was waiting, stuck around, then the money came in.
I know you hate it, you niggas hate it. It's hard to say it, stuck in amazement. I don't want no conversation.
Pull up in a spaceship, not a Maserati, baby.
These are not in stores, no you cannot find these, baby.
Diamond shining, baby, no you cannot hide these, baby.
Please don't mind us, baby, just some rock stars, baby. Diamond shining and I know that you can't hide that, baby. I won't mind you, baby, you're just a rock star, baby.
I do what I want, all these rules ain't fun. I might take you from, he ain't gon' do nothing.
Baby, but you left me alone, no. Gotta show my top when I feel alone, no. Yeah, that was my baby, but you left me alone, no. Gotta show my top when I feel alone, no.
I'm so gone.
Welcome to eternity.
Straight bars. Bow, 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 bow.
Got a bitch that she looks so good. On the road, she in the now.
Diamond water, yeah, it look like a river. Look like I'm standing in D now. If you really didn't get that last line, then you level on the brain of a child. Pay attention, better do the right thing, or your pussy has to work in that house. I'm the nigga make it bitch wanna fuck. I'm the nigga make it bitch wanna fuck. I'm the nigga make it bitch wanna drop. I'm the nigga that your bitch wanna drop. Man, she going dumb, she don't stop. Put it in her mouth, make her jaw lock. Hell, got faster than your whip stop. So why would I tell about the whips that I got? I'm the nigga make it bitch wanna fuck. I'm the nigga make it bitch wanna fuck. I'm the nigga make it bitch wanna drop. I'm the nigga that your bitch wanna talk. Man, she going dumb, she don't stop. Put it in her mouth, make her jaw lock. Hell, got faster than your whip stop. So why would I tell about the whips that I got? Let's go.
Pop, 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 pop that ass, do the dash. I be running out of gas every time I go to the mall just to pop the tags. I don't really cop nothing out the mall. First time at the mall, copped it all. Said 100,000, so I dropped it off. And that wasn't my whole bankroll. Body roll, waist roll, make a bitch do what I say so. Waist train, got a bitch taste just like ice cream. Read a text, she said, girl, ice cream.
Shot a nigga with a 17, little Uzi, I'm from the 16.
Got a million, no Christine. Neck clean, wrist clean, fist clean.
No nigga, but I'm doing big things. You ain't never seen a nigga this clean.
Pants cost 2K, big jeans.
And my shoes cost like
I got
Walk up from Philly, I think her name Nikki. And I fuck with Nikki cause she not too picky. And she not too choosy, but sometimes she Fuji. I play with a kitty until it gets sticky. I'm moving the beat, chill like an alien. Chop with a 50, my Uzi is crazy. I turn to the boss, can't deal with no middleman. Anthony Davis, don't deal with the belly. Straight out the mud, we got that work to turn you to the grub. You slow like a snail, you can hit with these slugs. I say how I feel and I do what I want. And not just because it is what it was. I'm fly like a birdman, but don't got no love. Know you heard what I said, got the shit out the mud. I'm not in the streets, I'm just close to the plug. I just saw his mother, I gave her up. Ain't talking about the work, nigga, just how that supply that stuff. 100 rounds in the compact contact. I brought it from the beach from your hometown project. Open up my mouth on my dick on the side that. She don't get out, but she geeked on the content. They want that keep the content. Just go catch that nigga, can't find it. Baby, where you mind it? Come here, girl, sign it. Matter of fact, never mind it. Front door, find it. After the climax, scream on my name every time we behind it. When I heard the door, get a baby, where my line it? Water on my neck, 3D like it's IMAX. Diamonds on the bird to a goddamn blind bat. Ass so fat that I gotta hit beside that. Her nigga put lamb trucks on find it. Everybody's play that football game. Let's go. Uzi verse. You better move. That was before I had internet. Ooh, you better move. 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 Louis my shoes. Pull out my whip on 22s. I saw your girl. I had to scoop. Just like a bird. She gonna swoop. Neck is hot too. Might catch the flu. Banana clip. Straight from the zoo. I'm like Mother Goose, if I say shoot, they gonna shoot. No, I'm not sweet, I just got flavor. Don't need no water to mix up this juice. They say why your chain it look like a choker. That's for the slaves that had to wear the noose. No, you can't cuff me, baby, let me loose. The way that I live, baby, that's a rule. Matching closet, it came with a pool. Bro moving 8 bars, not no pool. If you ask me his name, then I don't have a clue. Whoa, make them hit the folks every time that I shoot. Too much money, I'm evil from the root. Yeah, my shows, they bust right through the roof. Saw your crowd at your concert on snooze. I'm a dog, bitch, I holler at the moon. I remember when I didn't have cable. That was back when I used to watch Zoom. Ooh, you better move. Ooh, you better move. Turbo.
I won.
Sauce, baby. Tree, baby. Catch you.
This is my shit, boy, on my mama. Turbo, turbo, turbo. Turbo, turbo, turbo.
Chill. Sauce, baby. Tree, baby.
I hit sex. I spin racks, I spin stacks, I can get them back, get them back, I can quick clap, I can pussy wet, I can push back, riding down on you, fucking tic tac, design on you, it's fucking mix matched, Big Mac, put your Kit Kat, all all these tools on me, and I can't fix that. I know good, but rehab, I was smoking to the door. Hey boy, what you smoking on? It's probably some fucker though. Buy a Gucci, throw it up, 5,000 for how you ain't know. Walk up in the Louis store, they know I got them big bang rolls. I just sipping purple drink, no girl, this is not yellow. No, I do not know that hoe. She in Miami, I know. Now I'm somewhere in West Coast, smoking on the best dope. Fat ass clipper in my chop. If you wanna trim, let's go. Ooh, I'm acting a fool. Hoes say I'm rude. And some say I'm cute. I'm being a fool. I'm up in Barnes, don't wanna lose. I want ball mains, I don't want no shoes. So smooth, won't catch me snooze. Ooh, I'll watch a fool. This fuck, the man is bulls. It's it false, it's it true. Double drink, no girl, this is not yellow. No, I do not know that hoe. She in Miami, I know. Now I'm somewhere in West Coast, smoking on the best dope. Fat ass clipper in my chop. If you wanna trim, let's go. Ooh, I'm acting a fool. Hoes say I'm rude. That's all say I'm cute. I made a fool. I'm up in Barnes, don't wanna lose. I want ball mains, I don't want no shoes. So smooth, won't catch me snooze. Ooh, I'll watch the food.
John Dummy, John Dummy made the beat, no gon' kill.
Oh, this John Dummy who made this beat, huh? I ain't flashing though. I'm just coolin' right now. It ain't nobody put me around in the studio. And I'm just bored. I hope y'all waiting to hear from me. Richie nigga, I ain't tryna feel no sorrow. Drive that Maybach like a fun of Monte Carlos. I been tryna find some pieces on the God knows. Call me once, can't call my phone, you get the dots on. I been on fleek, I'm poppin'. Not many running, if you don't know it, help my pockets. Ain't my bro, take that Draco, ain't go violent. Tryna grow up, don't come in contact with that violence. Violence, should be played how I'm stylin'. Comic well, she like wet pictures, that ain't my bitch. Tired of the bayou, I won't take it out to New York. And live a high life like a nigga sound with hybrid. I pledge out and take it away from out his body. I never once showed you that side, but that's who I am. I know I let that 30 speak on college. If I die right now, just check the stats to see how I did. I'm a real street nigga. Yeah. I just pulled my red eye out and tried to stop a nigga. Where you going? I just walked outside my house and I shot a nigga. Fuck my ex, I hope my next and probably top a nigga. Take me to a place I can't imagine. Big them up, heartbreak, and I'm so damaged. Stepping in blood with these thugs and I can't panic. We knocked them off, nigga, what they got us handy. I just took the floor and on the block and to the top off. Talking all this top, I go by top, I get them knocked off. See them youngins hopping out that Benz, that's some drop offs. They was hating, I knocked them out my lens, that ain't my fault. I went him, I'm drinking on their head and I'm going off. People in me drinking on their head, I been going off on all these hoes, wait on me to fall. Walking quick, dirty as the fuck with P up in my drawers. Bitch, I'm drunker than a book, I need some Tylenol. I go next to miss you, book, I shoot at all of y'all. I left therapy with KQ and I spit off. Talking proper as the fuck with my head off. Talking proper as the fuck with my head off. Been going crazy, but I can't let my son see it all. All this love got me damaged, I just want it all. If you my friend and then it ends, take your panties off. Take me to a place I can't imagine. The bitchy.
We global now. Bought a baby Gucci scroll up. Switch it up and I went global. Can't play around, I had to grow up. Check out my neck, hell of a glow up. These niggas capping that shit blow up.
My dog rapping, hope he blow up. I need some tips without no holder. I put my sister on my shoulder.
I told the truth in every story that I told her.
Fuck her on the shoulder.
All of my woods got that new car smell. Don't get it twisted from the apartments, I just park well. Don't fuck with him, that nigga flossing in no voicemail. Catch up with him, push up on him, tell him how I feel. Made myself a millionaire, only took a year, dog. Think about what I've been through, I can make a tear fall. Late night with them youngins who the street we could've killed y'all. We don't do that internet beef, and that's what bitches are. I went up to space, so they hatin', they ain't real dog. I can make your bitch eat my kids every drill draw. I come from the trenches, we can't come outside and feel frost. I done came so far, sitting on the floor watching the tail ball. The baby Gucci scroll up. Switch it up and I went global. Can't play around, I had to grow up. Check out my neck, hell of a glow up. These niggas capping that shit blow up. My dog rapping, hope he blow up. I need my text without no hold ups. I put my city on my shoulders. I told the truth in every story that I told him. I fucked around and showed him. I put my all into this shit. I